Hello everybody and welcome back to Harvest Moon Magical Melody. We are almost at the end of spring and I thought that it would be fitting to do one last final update. Today is Saturday and I'd like to do an update showing Lyla's store and a couple of other things. Tomorrow is the festival and if I did an update on the 29th it would be Monday, and as we figured out last week when I did an update, or last time I did an update rather, her store is closed on Mondays, which would be pretty useless. And I really want to show off the store so I can start to get her heart points up. So I'm just going to gather all of my tools, and then I'm going to be on my way. Just to show off a couple of things. I think that this is probably all that I'll need. The 5 extra slots in my rucksack is really nice to have. We got the rucksack upgrade in the last video. Finally, after so long of me putting it off / forgetting. So I'm really thankful to have that. I've had 10 slots for so long that I was mining the other day and I was thinking to myself, when is my rucksack gonna fill up? It just felt like it was never ending, so I've really been quite enjoying that upgrade. I'm really thankful I went ahead and I did that. So as you can see, the breadfruit is still coming in strong. I grew more moondrop flowers and they came in a couple of days ago, and then I just decided to not put anything else there because I don't really have any time. There's only a couple more days in the season, and the cabbage should also be coming in soon. Hopefully it doesn't get spoiled and it goes into the next season, although it shouldn't. I'm pretty sure that I planted it with enough time for it to come back. And I think I've done pretty well with crops. I've been pretty profitable. I know that I've been making at least $1,300 a day. Usually my money doubles every single time I go to sleep. The other day I had $1,500, the next day I had $3,000 and something, and the next day after that I had about $5,000 something, so I'm really keeping up with the money, and all my animals out. And as everybody saw by the little cutscene that I put at the beginning of the video, my cow finally gave birth a couple of days ago, and my cow should be eligible to enter the festival tomorrow, which I'm really excited for. The festival tomorrow is the Cow Festival, and it's actually giving me milk again, as if nothing ever happened, because in some games the cow won't give you milk after giving birth. I have to wait for it to eat. There we go. And the milk is still high quality, and the cow is happy, and hopefully the baby cow will grow up and I can get more profit. So I'm letting them graze outside because the weather's so nice. And the chickens are good as ever. Not really a whole lot to say about them. Been trying to pay special attention to Failstar so that when the chicken festival comes up, hopefully he'll be able to enter. But it is really difficult to get a chicken's heart level up. Much more difficult than regular animals at the very least, as I have mentioned before, but I also like to let them go outside on nice days, although it is nice to get a heart from them when you hand feed them. So of course doing the usual animal upkeep, brushing them, milking them, feeding them, and riding my horse, getting its training level up. There we go. I've been riding it around as much as I possibly can so that by the time the fall festival rolls around, I will definitely be able to enter that competition and hopefully win. I think I also have a tool to pick up from Ty. I may have to come back tomorrow, I'm not too sure. Yeah, one more day. I'm upgrading my hoe to a gold level so that it'll be more useful. I don't have to take up as much stamina when I use it, which is nice. I'm gonna stop in at the workshop. And I'm gonna take a look at some of the properties that I can buy. I've managed to befriend Theodore up to a pretty good level, because as you can see, some of the properties that are being offered are a lot of money. So that 10,000 is very, very cheap. I think there's still some properties down at the bottom that are worth $7,000, but for the most part, I've purchased a lot of the cheaper properties, and a lot of the more expensive ones are showing up. There's a couple of them here that are $30,000. So as you own more land, it gets very, very expensive, and I do believe I have 8 pieces of property right now. So I have been buying pieces of property. If I can pull up the town map, I can show you. I think it may not show up. I think I have to kind of go over it with a little marker, which is too bad. I was gonna see if I had enough to buy one, because if you go to Woody's shop, he'll actually just pull up the map with all of your properties highlighted, which is really, really nice, just to get a nice overview. But yeah, I do own a lot of properties. I own a lot of this mountain property up here. I own a lot of the stuff down near the beach, and I own a couple properties in town. And if I own 10 out of 20, I do believe that's going to get me the musical note. A couple more properties away. I just have to do a little bit of saving first. Haven't really updated people on that in a little while, so I thought that I would do that. And here's Lyla outside for some reason. She should be running her store. Although I'm sure if we go to her store, she will. I haven't gone in there because obviously I haven't shown off the cutscene. But I do have an idea of what kind of gifts I'd like to give to her. And as we saw last video, she has moved in, and her store is just behind Mayor Theodore's house. I'll give her a moonstone. I don't have a flower on me, so that'll have to do for today. Oh, and it's her birthday today. So that's nice. Hopefully that'll score me some extra points. I think she's almost at 2 hearts, so she shouldn't be too far away from granting me the musical note. So her store is here. And just to double check, it is Monday, and we should be able to go inside. And there she is. Welcome to Hardy Lyla. We have a number of beautiful Flowerbud Village gifts. Please take your time and look around. We mainly sell specialities of this village, so we're relying on items that you ship, Nixos. Everyone's relying on me. Please come to my store anytime. Well, thank you, I will. So she says gift type items, but what she sells I don't really consider gift items. She does sell yarn, and she does sell jewelry, which I guess is gifts. Some of the brooches and things that you can make, or you can buy them from Lyla alternatively if you don't have the stuff to make them. She also sells balms, which is basically perfume, and she also sells jam and some special furniture such as vases. So she does have a little bit of a variety in her store, and certain villagers really like jam. Jamie is a good example. You can give Jamie pretty much any type of jam, and he/she will love it. So there's a couple of special gifts in here that you can buy for people. And if you want to buy some yarn, the colored yarn, and you don't yet have a dyeing pot, you can actually buy the yarn and ship it, and you'll get a note for it, which is usually what I end up doing, just as like a free note. I just buy the cheapest colored yarn that I can find, ship it, and I'll get a note for it. And I do believe that if you don't have a sheep and you can get the rucksack upgrade from Martha, that you can also buy the yarn from here and give it to her, and that works as well. And Lyla herself, if you're trying to befriend her or marry her, she really likes perfume. She really likes the balms, which are really, really quite expensive. But if you want to buy her perfumes, I do believe she likes jam as well. Then you can buy her stuff from her very own store and give it back to her and she'll be thrilled. So I'm gonna buy some yarn and ship it and get myself another musical note. But this is Hardy Lyla, just thought I would show it off, and I don't think I'll be coming here too often, but we'll see. I'll probably pop in here from time to time. And like I said, her store is in kind of an odd spot, or at least in my opinion, it's really out of the way. Anyhow, that's that. I'm gonna go back and I'm going to probably ship that yarn just to grab that note, and then I'll just kind of do a quick wrap-up, go over a couple of other things that have happened. You know, the usual, going over notes and friendship levels and whatnot. And then tomorrow we've got a festival to go to, so that should be exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship this first of all. And I only lost a little bit of money by shipping it, by the way. I think I only paid $1,300 for that. So if you ship a piece of colored yarn, you'll get this note. Dyeing the wool a pretty color and then turning the wool into clothes so someone can wear it. I've got not a clue why that's an actual note, but it is, and I'm not going to argue with the game because I like free stuff. And with that note, I do believe that is my 73rd note. I'm almost at 75, and the last time I showed off notes, I think I had 71. And I have gotten 2 since the last time that I recorded. So the first note that I got was by befriending a wild animal. One of the wild animals came to my home. You have to get the wild animal to 6 in order for that to happen. So the animal got to 6 hearts, and when it does, it will come to your house and it will give you a note for it. Now I don't actually know where the note is in this list, which is a little bit of a nuisance because I'm scrolling through and I can't find it. I do believe it's the wild note, all the way down here by its lonesome. Of course, I also got the note for the baby animal being born, which I do believe was captured when I captured the baby being born, so you guys saw that. And then of course, just now I got the other note. So the birth of life note, your first baby animal birth, and then of course the dyeing note for shipping the dyed wool. So almost at 75. I think I'm making some pretty good progress on that note. As you can see, the rabbit came to my house. I guess it's 4 hearts. I thought it was 6 for some reason. Some resources I've read have said 6, so I guess that's why I was confused. So correcting that now, the rabbit had come to my house at 4 hearts. Which isn't too hard to do if you just pick the animal up, and every time you see it, it kind of racks up pretty quickly. And my heart levels are looking pretty decent. And like I've mentioned a couple times before, the only 2 other villagers I have to befriend to get notes from are Lyla. She's already at 2 hearts, so she should come to my house very, very soon. And then of course the next person is Dan, who I'm slowly but surely working on just giving him presents whenever I see him day by day, and hopefully that will slowly work up his heart level. So I think that's about all that I wanted to really mention currently. The only thing we really have left to do in the season is to go to the festival. So I will see you guys at the festival. Thank you for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.